What is going on, gamers? Axel here today, bringing you a early stream. The end of my night shifts are over, finally. So, yeah, now we're just, yeah, doing shit. That's really about it. We're just chilling, getting some main story done here. We're gonna do the Horror Eater. But because I know it's going to take 20 minutes to get a dungeon here, I'm going to work on some things here. So I'm assuming that's at the goldsmith. Okay, so let's do that. I know we could have just queued for it in the dungeon finder, or whatever they call it in this game, duty finder, whatever. If I wanted to find some duty, I'd go to my local toilet, right? Let's see what this is about. The 5 easy pieces. Naturally, I would assume it is this dude right here. A lot of XP right there. And a lot worse gear. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. More Revenant's Toll. So you don't go over here in the base game, so that's pretty cool to see. That's pretty cool. Can't do while using Duty Finder. You just can't really win with these things sometimes. You just can't win. Does say less than 5 minutes in the queue though, so we will attempt to just wait, I guess. And now I can figure out some of the stuff here too. Let's see. Forgot password, easy. Okay. Let's get it. We pumping. Huh. Okay, so we're probably doing something else over there. What the fuck was that? I don't think this tank will be able to beat it by itself, but let's see. Maximum HP and damage increased. Hell yeah. Aw. We did it. Oh shit. See if that's the end of the dungeon or not. Not too shabby. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this quest though, since I started it. Might as well. He will reclaim all of it. What the fuck? Okay, not so bad, maybe. He lives. Easy. Okay. Ooh. He said next time he gonna get a stick. He gonna beat his ass with a stick like the good old days. Very loud. Alright, I don't care about these characters so much, so I'm skipping the cutscene. This scene cannot be skipped. Farewell, sister. What if I declined it? Like, what happens if you decline that shit? You guys rewatch the cutscene again? Okay. It's cool that it tells you that, and you don't have to like just figure it out. I respect it. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Go ahead and start switching these around. Who's good daughter? This one pretty good. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. If anyone's watching the stream, just give me 1 second. I'm verifying some stuff. It's annoying because it could just literally throw anything on there. It don't matter what it is. Cool. Sorry about that. Now we will go back here.
Mincens are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Giggity.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral.
We don't like
You are privy
Thancred.
to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat, not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
True.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem that
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home, yet I'll not have it said.
we are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it...
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahara
Why does she come
resorted to summoning
over here
their
then just
god
walk
over a
away?
territory
Unless she's hiding in the corner.
They acted in self. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular.
Okay, she is high, okay.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might... But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is
Negus here
threatened,
over there.
are we to lay down our arms and welcome...
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples. Be they men.
Be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty. And I...
My duty. She said duty.
As
It's
must we all,
dutiful.
Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no...
Man has ever put himself first, and to justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. When hopes of
But like, did she see that that person was just kind of like listening in on their conversation? Because that didn't seem so private. up there. We'll figure it out. Is that the best option? I can go down here, I believe. Inconspicuous man. Let's see. Easy. Good evening, good afternoon, Norse cocoons on coons on coons on coon. Well, how diddly ho, neighborino. It's a pretty cool motorcycle right there. Hopefully today we can get out of the intermission. That'd be really, really cool. Earlier, which you probably did not get to see in the stream, I did the Horror Eater. Dude, we wiped like 3 times. Our group sucked. I was expecting to get carried, and it didn't happen.
I have been
That's big. Like, I have to go for the first one. There's no way, right? Looks like it's all the same shit almost. Strength crit, vitality direct. They're the same thing. Why would they be like? They're not even different. Yeah, it be what it be. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. How goes your day, Kumandy Coon-san Coon? I know how many quests are left, and unfortunately, it ain't a nice answer. There's still a lot more in the intermission. That's crazy, dude. You would think that at that point it ain't really an intermission, is it? Like it becomes more of a DLC almost. Huh. Interesting. Ah, the classic. To me, DLC and expansions are two different things. So obviously, whatever the next expansion is a full-on like expansion, but DLCs, yeah, I hate like games are like, yeah, we're adding a massive expansion to the game, and then it's just like actually a DLC. It's one of the more triggering things that I've noticed in my life at Destiny 2. You gotta go for, well, I don't use intelligent, but the direct hit rate's so much better. I guess I gotta go with this one. But that says spell speed. I'd rather get this one. Series an Alliance raid series? What the fuck's that? Well, I understand what a raid is, but like, am I about to be in a group of like 20 people or some shit? Is that the dream? Man right here. Sweet. Well, you gotta catch up, Commandy, so you can carry me through it. Save. Once me and Meth Gubrick McFondle McBurry do our dang old dungeon. Yep. I would like to do that tonight. Ideally. I don't know how late I'll stay up, but I think the best one here has to be this one. I feel like hit rate is such an important stat in Warcraft that it has to be an important stat in this game, I feel like. It nearly goes hit, rate, crit, debt, unless you're a Meg healer. Yeah, I figured the hit rate. The crit doesn't surprise me, and I don't even know what determination does, though. Like, that's the only one I'd have no idea on. Yeah. It'd be faster to go to Ul'dah probably to do this. Well, bang. Let me guess, Ul'dah, I knew it. Probably this one, the middle one. Yeah, Chamber of the Rulers. One thing that I find interesting is that like in these interim quests that give you almost no XP is that they just give you so many of like these like earrings and necklaces, bracelets and all that. Like it keeps upgrading for the most part too, which is a very interesting thing because like I'm sure whenever we get to the main quest in the first expansion that like it'll just give me better gear for that anyways. So it's interesting that it's giving me so much. this one. That's giving it like every quest. It's just crazy. It also makes me wonder how much slower this game would be if you couldn't teleport everywhere. Like, that'd be crazy. Make sure I got this one. Okay, I do. $5,000 years later, yeah, exactly.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people, I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent.
There's an
Scarce have his
elemental
words
that-
ceased to echo in mine ears.
Okay.
Our guest informs us that the Sylphs too have sent. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown,
Lord
we may
of
say,
11.
unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the
power of love.
The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and, dear friend, I beseech you.
So, another imminent threat. It
You
appears.
have my thanks.
Or he could be a good guy.
Pray make
I don't think they
good
really
solace, then.
classified that. But I'm going to assume that he's a bad guy.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flint.
Hanging up on wall in the grave. God damn it, we're gonna dry. Not for your money, and not for your fame. This was probably actually better. The fuck is that? Okay. You know what? I shit on the fact that there's a interlude or whatever you want to call it, intermission, but it actually gives you a reason to use your flying mount, right? Instead of just going straight into the new zone where you can't use your flying. So you know what? I'll give them a little bit of props for that. Because at first I was like, yeah, I'm getting tired of this shit. Like, this sucks. I just want to play the new DLC. But then, like, I'm actually getting to use my mount and all that shit, which is not bad, so. Might watch this. Well, when I was first like getting information about flying, I was like, well, what's the point of flying if you can only use it in the old zones? And not the new zones immediately. Because if you finish the story and then you unlock flying, then it doesn't mean fucking shit in the next area. But I mean, I get it.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
My character didn't say a fucking word.
Guardians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Oh no. It's NL.
Come to me, bringer of light. I
In
shall
the
await thee on the
night,
field of battle.
come to me.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
The duty finder's been updated with a new regular duty. Let's go. I'll kill your ass. Why are you trying to attack me? You dumb as hell. Get out of my fucking screen. Get out of my monitor. Dumbass bitch. Oh, now we wait. I hate the color of my gear too. It's fucking trash. Look at that shit. I look like I'm in a fucking vest. Spooky. Okay. Bro. Stuck in party chat, how lame. I feel like I have the lowest HP out of everyone else too. I wonder if that's just a monk thing or what. Ooh! I got fucking dicked. I guess he must explode or something. Or the ad must explode. Easy clap.
I have taken thy measure, bring. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond.
That one was way easier than the last one.
To the enemies of if man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Con. Trav the Man 2 says awesome raid. Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. How you doing, Trav? On this lovely Friday. Stoned and ready to continue HW. I assume that is the DLC or expansion. I just forget which one that is. Hope you're excited for the expansion. I am, but I was told I'm still pretty far away from it.
Peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict.
What about you? How are you enjoying ARR as it's slowly coming to an end? I've been digging it. Yeah, dude. Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 14, rather, is a really cool game, and the more I play it, it makes me wonder why World of Warcraft doesn't steal some of the stuff from Final Fantasy, because let's be real here. If you know anything about World of Warcraft, they stole all of their good ideas from other games. In Dragonflight, when you can learn how to do different types of flying on your mounts, they stole that from Guild Wars 2. They stole a shit ton of stuff from OSRS, you know, and I mean, they might have stole some shit from here too, like housing. Like I'm pretty sure I heard that there's housing in this game, and now Warcraft has housing, right? But yeah, dude, I like that there's like a. I'm assuming this is what it is, right? But like, there's a rotation. Like it shows you your rotation on your action bars where it highlights the buttons to press. We don't got that shit in WoW unless you download like add-ons or some shit. But yeah, good game. And there are some parts of the story that I don't give a fuck about, but when I see certain characters, I gotta stay here and actually like watch the shit and all that, you know.
I've been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and all. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen...
Drinking me a nice, well, it used to be cold, but now room temperature Dr. Pepper. After the stream, do some yard work, you know. And, yeah. We're going back to my previous work rotation, so streams will be happening a little bit earlier in the day for the next few weeks at least anyways. Sounds fun. What do you do for work? Unfortunately, I'm in the retail business. And you know how that goes. Very bullshitty. But I'm very, very slowly working to actually use my degree. I'm not like actually taking it seriously at the moment, but like I need to like build a website and start, you know, working on what I actually went to school for so I can make some extra money and all that kind of shit.
In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the etheric reading...
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Yashtola's readings might better be understood.
Shit. When it comes to retail, it's very hard to like your job, dude. There's a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit, a lot of politics. I don't dislike my job, though. My coworkers and my bosses are fairly chill. And, you know, I'm someone that's like, I have zero tolerance for drama, you know, and unfortunately in retail, there's just so much of it. So, you know, aside from that, though,
'tis as the heavens did decree.
coworkers save shit jobs sometimes. True. Very, very true. If I didn't have, like, awesome coworkers, I would have probably moved on to something else a long time ago. But I'm intending, later this year or early next year, I'm intending on moving up into management just to kind of add it to my resume, you know. I don't really care about being a manager so much, but I do want to be one just so I can have the experience and put it on future resumes and shit.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
a soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan.
Any other classes you fuck with? I'm assuming you're talking about like the jobs or whatever
Deny them resurrection.
in like the game. I don't really know many of them, but I mean, I think being a tank would be cool. But I can see, like, example, my friend is playing as a tank, right? And he's not familiar with MMO tanking, right? So he literally only pulls like one pack at a time. And I've seen in this game, and not just this game, in all the MMOs really, I've seen that a lot of people are impatient, so they'll run ahead and all that kind of shit. And my friend has a short temper, right? So he's like, why are these people running ahead and all that shit? And like, he don't even know the map really, you know, like he don't even know where to go and all that shit. So kind of triggers him a little bit. It wouldn't really bother me so much, but I don't know, it would be like a strong learning curve and all that. But I think being a tank would be cool, like a paladin or whatever. I don't care about being a healer so much. I heard healers get the insta Qs in dungeons and all that. But yeah, I saw some other cool DPS classes. I don't know their names, but like I saw some stuff that looks really cool.
Beg pardon.
Ashton Shigura, hey, what's up?
One final matter. Even now,
He says he forgets to turn on tank stance too, but that happens to all tanks from time to time. Yeah, ironically,
I shall, Archon.
he did not like the little, I guess, like, example. I guess I can find it real quick. Let me show you. There's like a little shield button on your screen. I guess it, like, for me it's chakra gauge, but for him it showed like a shield or whatever, and he said it was annoying him because it covered like a 1/16 of his screen essentially. So he found a way to turn it off in the HUD, right? You just go to the HUD and you like do whatever to hide it. I guess you can go to let's see, transparency maybe. I think this is it, and you can make it disappear or whatever. But anyways, he turned that off, and he probably don't even know that he doesn't have it on, honestly. But yeah. Well, yeah, it took me a while to learn Paladin doing WW clears. Yeah, oath gauges, mass fundraising. Yeah, a simple version of it. Yeah, that's something that caught me off guard too, is like when I first started playing, like, I'm not saying go back to look at the first couple of streams or whatever, but like everything was just so massive on the screen and it felt like everything was cluttered up. So I literally just, I try to make it more similar to Warcraft, where I just make everything really small and put everything at the bottom and all that kind of shit. And it makes it look so much better. Like, I feel way more comfortable in the game now. But I do understand the tank life, dude. Some people just don't have patience, and at least it seems like in this game, people are a lot more nice, though, I feel like, in dungeons. Because if you wipe, right, like, you know, you just go back and just do the dungeon again. Like, you just keep going or whatever. If you wipe in like a Warcraft dungeon, most of the time someone's going to leave even though they didn't get their full XP and all that, and they'll take the 30-minute deserter buff or debuff, and I don't know. It's just different. I do kind of respect Final Fantasy players more for kind of just sticking it out, you know? The beauty of 14's HUD is you can customize it a lot without mod. That is true. It's something that caught me pleasantly off guard, is that in this game you can move everything just without installing add-ons, and they've kind of stole that. Warcraft kind of stole that from Final Fantasy 14, because now in the modern game you can do that too. But it used to be where if you wanted to do that in Warcraft, you'd have to download like 4 or 5 different add-ons, like weak auras and all that kind of shit. And LVUI if you wanted to change something, Leatrix to add like a little black bar at the bottom. Like, it was just so much things you would have to download, and it became kind of annoying having to do that every time you wanted to play the game or anytime a new version of the game came out. So like in Warcraft now, I just like use the basic UI. I don't care. Like, people are elitist, right? They're like, oh, look at your action bar, it looks like it's bad or whatever, but like, you just play how you want to play, right? Just cost skill and a bit of time for wiping. Yeah, that is true. Time is money, some would say. But I can say this, right now, it's very, very hard for me to find anything that I dislike. Very, very few things I can think of. Everything is like just good, you know. Proud of your friend for being the heavy mechanics. Me too. Honestly, I'm proud that he's even playing the game. Honestly, I kind of decided to play these MMOs on a whim, really, but it was more so to just play with friends too, because like there's not a lot of games to really play outside of an MMO for multiplayer. I feel like because of the games that we play, like. Outside of MMOs, I play Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, maybe some racing games or football or whatever, but none of them are into that shit, you know. And my tank friend, he only exclusively plays OSRS pretty much. So there's no, like, tanking is a whole different thing in that game. It's not like it is in these MMOs, right? So I have a lot of respect for him just going in there and doing it, because, you know, I was thinking about being a tank, but I was like, man, I don't want to piss people off by having shitty gear or going too slow or whatever, so I kind of backed out of that, but it is cool to see. Play long enough and you will have a lot of things you want fixed. That is true. There is no perfect game. '14's tanking is much easier than many other MMOs. I would probably believe it. I don't have any doubts on that. One game I was really looking forward to coming out was Ashes of Creation, the upcoming MMO, dude. But if you've read the news recently or in the past, you know that it ain't coming out anymore because the creator of it, like, essentially was just stealing money and all that shit. And, yeah. That was a really sad one because Ashes of Creation was announced, like, when I lived in Alaska, like, in 2020. or some shit like that. Maybe even 2019. And I was so stoked for it, dude. I never wanted to spend money on it, so I never got into the alpha or anything, or the beta test or whatever. But I was like, this is gonna be the next big MMO and all that shit. And then, like, yeah, they don't. Like, released on Steam one time for like $30 or $40 or something like that, and then like they just shut down the game. It sucked, man. It made me sad because I want a new, more modern MMO, but I feel like Final Fantasy 14 is like as close as you're gonna get to that. Really, I don't consider Lost Ark, Diablo 4. I don't consider any of that shit MMOs. That's a different type of genre, but exactly, ashes of private chefs and trading cards. You're like right on the dot. Tank stance on user mitigation to keep hitting mobs. This is the bare bones. Basically, there's optimization, but there's just unless it shows in his rotation to use mitigation. I don't even know if he knows what that is. Honestly, like I don't know if he's actually read through every single one of his abilities. I've only read through the important ones. I don't even know if I'm using all my abilities as accurately as I could. But yeah, it's just one of them things. I'm sure I could figure it out if I really tried. Yeah, yeah. What I'm kind of saying is I don't know if they ever get highlighted in their rotation. I'd have to actually like switch the class and find out probably. What the fuck? Okay. Looks like we're going everywhere. Great. So let's see. We can probably go up here, I believe. They don't get highlighted. They are OGCD. They don't. You just go from. Okay, word. Gotcha. That seems to make sense. This is a pretty cool view. Look at that water not moving. You can see some reflections, but like there ain't no moving really going on there. That's funny. Zenart360, hello gamers. What's up, dude? How are you? I think with more and the mother device true north is key option damage, but doing MSQ or dungeons is not a big deal, just using them. I'm good just doing dailies while I have you on the thing. Hell yeah, dude, awesome. I was honestly like, that was in the back of my head for like a long time. I wondered if this game had dailies, and you kind of just answered that for me. What's y'all's opinion on, I guess anyone can answer this, what's y'all's opinion on like Final Fantasy 14 dailies? Because where I'm from, dailies suck. I don't enjoy doing dailies, but maybe they're better in this game. 6 years of my boy. Hell yeah. It only shows one for me, which is pretty funny, but I mean, like, I know there's more than one person chatting in the thing. Oh, lots of dailies and even weeklies. It's quick and easy. They suck. Yeah, that seems to be the gist of it. Some people are like, yeah, they're fine. They're whatever. You just get them done in like 5 minutes. And then the other side of the thing is like, yeah, they suck. I get that. So then that last one is over there. Okay, I have to go the long way around. Copy. And you can't go through this building. Okay, I guess you can. Just go right here. And then you gotta go this way into over there. Gotcha. I only do duty finder dailies, but there are a lot of niche dailies you can do. Yeah, I do my ever since like that one part of the main quest at towards the end of A Realm Reborn, when you're like level 46 or 47 and you have to get to like level 50 to do like the quest or whatever. I've been doing the leveling duty roulette, and I probably should do trials and main scenario also, probably. But yeah. I wish there was no caps on the tomes, but here we are. Pretty sure I have some tomes somewhere. But my inventory is trash, bro. Like, I need to actually like sort this and like put stuff in the bank or some shit. Okay, and then that would be, God, okay, airship landing, thinking fast. How can I get there as fast as possible? So probably go back down. I don't know this city worth a fuck. Okay, do I see like a ship area anywhere? That has to be it right there, dude. No shot. Like up there, like there's no, that has to be like the only option. Under currency tab. I should probably use these Allegan tombstones. I wonder what they're for. Let's see. Maybe right here? Let's see. God, I'm good. Look at that. Mostly gear, but lots of other things too. I'm going to assume maybe some cosmetic stuff. I guess gear could be cosmetic, yeah. Because there is transmog in this game, or whatever it is called in this game. Crafting, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I have done like no crafting in this game so far. I guess I just haven't felt the need to do it yet. But I'm imagining it's more important towards endgame. I have to go that far away? What the hell? Okay. There are crafting weekly daily. Yeah, don't surprise me. That does not surprise me at all. I see something here that I want to look at. That's a lot of shit, okay. 1 second, BRB. Alright, cool. That's interesting. Some minions, okay. Is there any mounts? Wall mounted, boo. Interesting. I wonder if that changes over time, like if it changes to new items or not. There are 2 mounts. Irk, you'd probably like the behemoth mount. I didn't see it in there, but maybe I just missed it. I bet I don't have this one. I do, what the hell? I'm out here wasting time. Where's this last one at? I mean, it don't matter. Just run over there. Sucks you can't jump down here. They should let me be able to jump. That's a crazy elephant looking head thing there. Wow. It's a cool armor set right there. Also, I need to check this, see if there's an update to this or not. I feel like I can tell my G-Sync isn't intact right now. See if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Holy shit, bro. I'm about to recruit the whole continental United States Army for this whatever mission I'm doing here. That's crazy. I've recruited so many people. Let's see if I'm right here. I knew it. Yep. I can always tell when my G-Sync ain't on. Easy. I feel like doing the quests like these are like the ultimate cock tease, bro. They're like, yeah, you're almost ready for the DLC or the expansion, but go ahead and recruit 30 people that are across the world. So then that's what you do. And then I assume I'm going back to like the very front. Nope, the chamber, okay. Gotta add fetch quest and talk to 25,000 people. No way around. Yeah, I know, dude. Did we find our first real complaint? Just maybe. Those ships got awfully close to each other.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve.
Oops.
With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, as for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable
Full many
sum,
gave
their coin
generously.
did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play
The
into his
wall
hands.
might of the gill is right. Uh-oh, she's shaking vigorously.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
She mad.
What good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
That's right. So sad when children cry. Yeah, that woman's probably like, I'm just pulling this number out of my ass. That woman's probably like 35 years old, but she's like she looks like a 8-year-old. Is crazy. I saw Thancred's ass over there. I still don't like him. They look exhausted over there. Okay, they got ambushed. And he's about to make me do it. Dude, like, he says what to do, like he ain't about to ask me to go do this fucking quest for him. I know you about to turn around and look at me. And he's like, look at that shit. You looking at me now? Oh my god. He's like, what will I ever do? And then, like, here I am. Just coincidentally right here. Ooh, okay. An actual armor piece that isn't like a bracelet or a ring. That's interesting. Okay. So glad I can fly instead of run up all them stairs. Makes it so much easier. He's on the top, son of a bitch. Flying is so useful. It really is. I'm not a big fan of flying in general in MMOs, but it is very, very convenient. Like, if it's here, I'm going to use it, right? It's kind of how I see it. Is this the Ice Queen? Okay, he has to be down here.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Yeah, the next trial is the best. Loki, the best trial music out of anything. Okay, cool. I'm excited to see that. I really liked the music to the second phase. Let me see real quick. The second phase of... I do not see it. The Horror Eater. Like, that at some point in the fight, like, his music just changes and it becomes really cool. I really enjoyed that. What are my afternoon plans, boss? I'm about to end stream shortly, walk the dog, do some yard work, and then I'll be in the server later tonight. Well, later tonight. Later today, probably like an hour, 2 hours or so. And then, I don't know. I'll either play more Final Fantasy or just stream something or do something. I don't really immediately have any plans. But yeah. Can you do my yard work too? If you got a riding lawnmower, yeah, I'll cut your grass. If you have a push lawnmower, then I have nothing for you. And then I'm assuming up there. Yeah. Technically, you can stand on the lawnmower and kick off. That is true. That is true. In technicality. But nah, one of the last things I remember is like on a basic lawnmower, not a sitting lawnmower, but had to cut like 2 acres, and like I was like, never again. Like, what the fuck is this shit, right? Like, I will never again do that. I cannot find this dude. Oh. And here in the deep south, which if you could not tell by my voice, I am a southern man. You don't want to be cutting 2 acres of grass on a push lawnmower when it's 95 degrees outside. It just ain't the most fun idea, you know? That was when I was a lot younger, though. Like, you know. When I was a kid, many, many moons ago, I lived on a acre that I had to cut with a push lawnmower on the daily. I used to be in really good shape, dude. I could do that with ease and confidence. Now I'm just like, please, no more.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. From this moment forth, I declare you crystal braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
Same, but I married a cook. Congratulations, dude.
Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together
I learned how to cook just in case I don't marry a cook. If you ever want some bitchin' tacos, I can make some bitchin' tacos.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary.
Pretty sure everyone wants those. Same. I want some right now, but I ain't gonna make none.
We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands.
Make me some yummy chicken pasta, maybe? I can do that.
The Scions stand ready.
Not a huge fan of my headpiece there. I look like I'm about to fly a ship or something. This is also a triggering thing about Final Fantasy XIV sometimes, is that I know I've been told that the VA becomes more common in like later parts of the game, and I know you can't just like have a voice actor for every single cutscene, because then, you know, the company would probably be broke as hell. But I just want to hear these people talk. Or get hair matches. True. It's the king. Especially when other games do it, like Wizard 101, for crying out loud. Dude, I wish I could get into Wizard 101 again. I played it like a year and a half ago for a month just to see if I could get into it. And I don't know, the card-based turn, like, it's so slow, dude. Like, I don't have an issue with the game style. It's just so slow. I feel like there's also 30 million worlds now, too. When I was playing the game, there was like only 4 worlds. There was, and I beat, what was his name? There's no way his name was Maleficent, because that's the name of a Disney princess or Disney villain, whatever. Malistaire, yeah. I beat Malistaire back in the day, and I thought I did everything in the world, and that's when they brought in housing, like, shortly after and all that kind of stuff. But then, like, yeah, they added, like, so many worlds, and it felt like a lot of the worlds at that time were, like, meant to be played before that, so I never really went and did them. And now I can't even tell you how many worlds there are. Dang, my son used to play it a lot. Yeah, same. When I was like, when I played it religiously, it was probably like 2007, probably. Long ass time ago. Maybe it was 2008, maybe 2009. I don't know. The right one, pain. Quest called Back and Forth, and I'm literally going back and forth. This game is teasing me. It might just be self-aware. Sure fucking is. Ugh. We gotta go over there? What the hell? I never thought I'd have to go back over here after doing like the 4 dungeons over here. The 3 dungeons. hit for 969. That's pretty cool. I still go to Mordana from the time to chill place to do bolt crafting. Okay, word. I feel like I'm doing so much damage right now. Maybe I'm kind of over level for this, maybe, who knows, but okay. This summer, I'm going to wait for a scorcher to pull out the vanilla ice cream from the freezer and the bunch of crunch I got waiting for me to enjoy life as it was intended. True. Bunch of crunch is just so good, dude. You just can't go wrong with that shit. God, man. I'm gonna have to go to the gas station and get some bunch of crunch sometime. I feel like it, dude. I really do. Because you eat one, and then it's like, oh, well, I might as well just eat another. Dude, this doesn't end. It's like eating Cheez-Its or like Oreos or something like that, you know? Like, you don't stop after eating one. You typically eat like 30, and then you feel like a fat ass, and you kind of feel bad about it, but deep down inside you're just like happy because you're like, yeah, I fucked up that bunch of crunch, or you know, whatever it is that you're eating. Oh, easy. I didn't even have to do anything. Easy. They could have not just gave me the quest inside this building. Like, we just literally walked around the corner. One day we'll all have artificial stomachs connected to an alternate passageway so we can eat foods without digesting the nutrients and calories, and I'm going to spend my days guzzling down bunches. Crunches. That would be crazy, dude. It's probably been a couple months since I had Bunch of Crunch. I should call her sometime. Shit ain't in here. What the hell? Come. Home. Uh-huh. Sneak away from I miss Marissa Crunch. I hate that you can't press X to go down when you're flying. Like, you know how WASD is like how you like move and shit? You can only turn left and right when you're flying, and you can't go up or down. Like, not easily anyways. I always find her wrapper on the floor next to my bed. Same and same. Alright, boys, we're almost done for the day. I was hoping I would unlock the next, whatchamacallit, the next trial. But I don't know how close I am to that at the moment. And click Z, good sir. Whoa. But it don't, I mean, I'd rather, like, okay, I mean, that's cool, I guess. That's not what I was expecting. It's a little different in WoW, but... Interesting. Thought he was shooting up the middle finger for a second. I was like, let's go. Maybe this is taking me to the dungeon. Let's see. Or the trial, whatever. It does not. Very specific. Okay, yeah. We will end it there, boys. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate all of you, as always. And, yeah. Expect another stream tomorrow, as usual. It'll probably be around 9-10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Local Time. Thank y'all for watching again, as I just said. And until the next time, peace.